Hey, Margaret.
Hello.
So you're all ready for the concert on Wednesday. Elena, are you coming on Wednesday to London? You're very tanned. So what we'll do is we'll go through the Ganesha song, first the Ganesha mantra and then the Ganesha song. And have you seen the program for Wednesday? Did you get an email?
Yeah.
Oh, good. And so basically it's like for the people who come, if people turn up, it's so that they can get a taste of the variety of ways that Sanskrit can be expressed in people's lives. So it's not what in one world. It's not just the world of academia. It's not just the world of bhakti. It's not just the world of the esoteric. It's many, many avenues it can be expressed in. So that's why present at the event at the Nehru Center we'll have artist, dancer, teacher, academic, from all walks of life. And the aim is we're showing the trailer for this Sanskrit documentary, and then we'll introduce the Sanskrit film, and then we'll have a series of performers, and it's all just in the spirit of celebrating Sanskrit, that's all. So this Cosmic Choir are kicking the event off because we're singing the Ganesha song, that's why. So that's why we're opening it, we're opening the doors, and keep fingers crossed that people love the Cosmic Choir so much that maybe some great things might come from it. So
Gabriella, do we get there at 6 or 5 o'clock? Because on the email you said 5, and then on the talk you said 6, or the other way around.
Oh gosh, and I'm sorry, that talk thing, because Felix was putting his camera around the Nehru Center, but the video never came out, so you could only hear speech on this video. But yes, if you can arrive at 5, but it's not essential, it really doesn't matter, because actually, Vishal, in answer to that, the Cosmic Choir don't really need to do a sound check because there's many of us, so we'll just put a few mics to catch the overall ambient sound. So if you can arrive at 5, that's great, but if you can't, it doesn't matter, just as long as you're there by 6 so that we can get ready and in our places for the 6:30 start.
Okay.
And then you see, once the event starts, then we thought there'll be some of the Cosmic Choir on chairs on the stage, and then some will stand. So whoever wants to sit will be sitting already on the stage, and then whoever wants to stand will come from the backstage when the Cosmic Choir starts. Because then it won't be too many people piling on stage at once, you see. And then at the end of the Cosmic Choir, we'll all go off stage together. So Matthew, yeah.
Do you mean sitting on seats, or do you mean sitting on floor and seats and standing?
So that's a good idea, Matthew. The thing is, we won't be sitting on the floor this time because it might be just a bit too messy, if that makes sense, because it's such a short it's the items are so short. We don't want to let everyone sit down, everyone stand up. So it will be chairs if you did want to sit. If alternatively, we could all just stand up. If you're, because it's not very long we'll be singing, And you,
Yeah, I get you. That makes sense.
we want to be quite free anyway.
Okay.
So if you're okay standing, then we don't need those chairs on the stage, which will free up space. It's only if you felt some people wanted to sit, you know, just to feel comfortable. It's totally fine either way. So the chairs will be there if you do need to sit. So then there'd be, if people wanted to sit, there'd be a row of chairs. This is the audience. So there'd be a row of chairs for people to sit on the stage. And then behind the chairs, the standing cosmic choir would be there, which might, to me, it would just look quite nice, I guess, because then the audience would definitely see all the faces of the cosmic choir. Yes, Carolina.
Hi, do you know how many people are planning to attend in person?
I've no idea, but we've opened the ticket sales. The venue takes 120, 140 people have registered. But you know what people are like, because it's free, they'll just register and never turn up. So I still only expect like 20. I'll be amazed, like, but you never know. You just never know. Because a lot of the people that register are all from India. So you can't.
So they'll register and not turn up. Basically, sounds like Indians.
Yeah. So I've just got used to this. So I always expect low numbers, but you never know. You just never know. It might be packed. But if it is packed, then we have some reserved papers for the cosmic choir, so that you can have. We were going to reserve the back rows for the cosmic choir. So after we've sung, then you could exit and go up the stairs to take seats in the back rows. If by some remote chance it's completely jam-packed, then the cosmic choir would have to come backstage, and you can still sort of see what's going on, but would have to sit quietly backstage. So we'll see what happens. Or obviously can sit on the floor, you know, because at the very front there is space on the floor. But that's if 120 people do turn up, which is highly unlikely. But if that happened, then the cosmic choir could choose either sit on the floor at the very front, or would have to sit to the side backstage. And did Zara mention the dress code red? So maybe that wasn't in the email actually. Yeah, because we're singing to Ganesha and we're opening it. And anyway, I guess it all coincides with the nation's mood at the moment, whether we like it or not. But still, to wear red would be nice. And if you don't have an all red, which would be for Ganesha and the earth element, then you can always have a little white in it. But try and stay with red and a little white. Whatever you have that's white is fine too, but mainly red will be, because then it will look quite a remarkable vision, the cosmic choir mainly in red. And we'll keep it quite short, our item. I've given us 15 minutes, so we have the longest time of everyone else on the program. So it is a bit like the cosmic choir are the stars, but we'll still, because we're keeping it quite short, we'll have to build up much faster than we normally build up. Do you see what I mean? So once we've sounded the opening mantra, then we'll go into it and we'll build up quite quickly. Any other questions before? And I'm just going to check if I'll send you, you've got the text. It was in the, do you remember the Ganesha song? If you only joined choir after in term 2, it's from term 1. So I've just sent it to the chat box in Zoom, just in case anyone didn't manage to locate it. But it's the Ganesha from term 1.
Are we allowed to have cheat sheets?
So
Because I was a very naughty choir
yeah.
member.
Yeah. So the Margaret, you know, let's see how you get on. I'll answer that at the end of this little rehearsal, because I'm going to try and give you an easy way to remember it.
Oh, goody.
So then hopefully we won't need cheat sheets.
We could use the back of chairs.
Yes, those of you yes, good idea. Those of you who choose to stand up, yes, could
Then we'd be looking down, which wouldn't be good for you. They'd have to be very tall chairs.
yeah. In an ideal world, we'll see if most of us can get it by heart, then Margaret, if you are standing, you could even, because you could actually manage to print this off, you know, on quite a small piece of paper, and just like have it there as a nudge. But hopefully we'll be okay. So let's go over this, but before we do, we'll just sound a dedication, you know, to open our session together, especially for Ganesha. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvighnam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Om. And let's sound Om together, starting low, Om, and rising to the note, Om. And once more Om, this time starting on the note, then going low and coming back like this. Om. Om. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. I'm raising the palms up. Atta. So we have this is our key. And we'll sound oo. So for the event at the Nehru Center, for those who know the Sanskrit Vedic part, that will open the whole thing. So we're not going to start with the Om Gam Gam Om. We're just going to start straight with the Vedic, no guitar, unaccompanied. So we're going to start with Om Gananam tva ganapati gung havamahe. And alert, very important alert. If you don't know this, just remain very still and peaceful, because the worst thing is for the audience to see a few people struggling. They'd rather just see people looking, looking peaceful. So only Sushila knows this chant. Hold on one sec. Sushila knows it. So Sushila will definitely be singing this if no one else isn't. So it's not a problem, but just make sure you only sound it if it's fully known for this event. In other circumstances, it is different, but for this event, we're sort of putting on our best our best show. So for those of you who do know it, you would be sounding, and Chen, that's definitely you, and Carolina, I know for sure. So for those of you who will be sounding it, you'll be sounding Om Gananam tva ganapati gung havamahe kaving kavinam upamashravastamam jyeshtarajam brahmanam brahmanaspata anashrinvannutibhissidasadanam. And we can even take it a bit slower just to make sure it gives the audience time to settle, because they'll have just seen the film trailer, and then there'll be a silence, and then we'll sound Om Gananam tva ganapati gung havamahe kaving kavinam upamashravastamam jyeshtarajam brahmanam brahmanaspata anashrinvannutibhissidasadanam. And then we'll go slowly into the Om Gams. Om Gam Gam Gentlemen, carry on with that, and ladies, we start Om Gam 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 Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Om Gam 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 Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Om Gam 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 Ganapataye Namo Namaha. So when you hear the guitar stop the strumming, that will be the signal. You know, there won't be so much of the, but when it's just chords, gum, gum, then you'll know this is the last one. Ganapataye namo namah. OM Gam 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 Ganapataye namo namah. Then we go into Mahaa ganapate Namo'stu Matanga Mukha Namo'stu Himmadrija Sutta Namo'stu Omkareshvara Namo'stu Mahaa ganapate Namo'stu Gajavadana Dhara Namo'stu Vighna Vinayaka Namo'stu. No, wrong. Is it right or wrong? No, it's Mushika Vahana Namo'stu Modaka Hasta Namo'stu Mahaa ganapate Namo'stu Pashupati Tanaya Namo'stu Vighna Vinayaka Namo'stu Chamara Karna Namo'stu Mahaa ganapate Namo'stu Gauri Nandana Namo'stu Buddhi Pradata Namo'stu Vidyadata Namo'stu. And that's the whole song. So trick to remember it is, you know that every verse obviously begins with Mahaa ganapate Namo'stu. And there's 4 verses, only 4 verses. So it's nice and short. So you've already got the Mahaa ganapate Namo'stu. And the first verse is the universal verse. It's like the all-encompassing verse, because that's why it goes to the Matanga Mukha Namo'stu. They think the mother comes first. So you've got Mahaa ganapate Namo'stu, mother. Matanga Mukha Namo'stu. Then tell me more about this mother. The mountains are my mother. Think Himalayas. Himmadrija Sutta. And also you've got ingredients of every verse. Namo'stu, Namo'stu, Namo'stu. So you just need to remember that which you are honoring. So you've got Mahaa ganapate is this great Lord of Hosts, and then you're continuously honoring that which connects to this Lord of Hosts, Namo'stu, Namo'stu. So we've had Matanga Mukha, the mother. Tell us more about the mother. She's the mountain. So we've had Mahaa ganapate Namo'stu Matanga Mukha Namo'stu, mountains. Himmadrija Sutta Namo'stu. Tell me more about my mother. My mother is Om. Omkareshvara Namo'stu. So first verse once more, check the ingredients, all about mother. So you've got Mahaa ganapate Namo'stu, mother. Matanga Mukha Namo, my mother is the mountain. Himmadrija Sutta Namo'stu, she's Om. Omkareshvara Namo'stu. First verse once more. Mahaa ganapate Namo'stu. Matanga Mukha Namo'stu. Mountain. Himmadrija Sutta Namo'stu. Om. Omkareshvara Namo'stu. First verse once more. Mahaa ganapate Namo'stu. Mother. Matanga Mukha So first verse, you've got mother, mountain, Om. Second verse begins like all the verses, Mahaa ganapate Namo'stu. Then we've got elephant, Gaja, Gajavadana Gajavadana. And think of the steps of the elephants. They're heavy, it's heavy. Gajavadana Namo'stu. So second verse, Mahaa ganapate Namo'stu. Gajavadana dharana, Gajavadana dhara, Gajavadana dhara. And remember that is in the language of Sanskrit, every syllable is sacred. So just feel like you're treading sacred path. Gajavadana dhara. And it's all a Gajavadana dhara. Gajavadana dhara Namo'stu. Second verse. What is next after the elephant? We have, tell me about this elephant. Think of something sweet and think of something small. So we've got something small. You see, the elephant's strong, but he can ride on a mouse. So just think of the extremes. You've got elephant, the biggest thing in the world, and then you've got the smallest thing in the world, from elephant to mouse. So it's all encompassing. And there's a sweetness in that. So the second verse, elephant, mouse, sweet. So you've got Mahaa ganapate Namo'stu, elephant, Gajavadana dhara Namo'stu, mouse, Mushika vahana Namo'stu, sweets, Modaka hasta Namo'stu. Second verse, once more, Mahaa ganapate Namo'stu, elephant, Gajavadana dhara Namo'stu, mouse, Mushika vahana Namo'stu, sweet, Modaka hasta Namo'stu. Once more, Mahaa ganapate Namo'stu, mouse, Mushika vahana Namo'stu. Sweet, Moda. No, we missed one, didn't we? Second verse once more. Mahaa ganapate Namo'stu, elephant, Gajavadana dhara Namo'stu, mouse, Mushika vahana Namo'stu, sweet, Modaka hasta Namo'stu. Again, Mahaa ganapate Namo'stu, Gajavadana dhara Namo'stu, Mushika vahana Namo'stu, Modaka hasta Namo'stu. First verse again. Go back to the mother of the elephant. Mahaa ganapate Namo'stu, Matanga mukha Namo'stu, mountain, Himmadri jasuta Namo'stu, Om, Omkareshvara Namo'stu. Second verse, elephant, Mahaa ganapate Namo'stu, Gajavadana dhara Namo'stu, mouse, Mushika vahana Namo'stu, sweet, Modaka hasta Namo'stu. Third verse, Lord of all the animals, communicates with all. So we have Mahaa ganapate Namo'stu, Pashupati, Pashu. Think what you might say to your cat or your little dog. Pashu, Pashu, it's the animals. Pashu, it's the sweets, animals, you know, baby animals. So you go Pashupati, Pashu, Pashupati tanaya Namo'stu. Namostute. Once more, third verse. Mahaa ganapate namostute. Pashupatitanaya namostute. Tell us more about this animal. Or when we connect with the sweetness, you know, the baby animal's sweetness, it just melts your heart. In that state of melted heart, all obstacles are removed. So we've got baby animal, Pashupatitanaya namostute, no obstacles. Vighna vinayaka namostute, Vighna vinayaka namostute. And then my hearing and awareness expands, and I have these huge capacity to expand. Chamarakarna namostute, expanding my awareness. Chamarakarna namostute. So we go from the sweet little animal, the tender heart, removing the obstacles and expanding the awareness. Third verse. Mahaa ganapate namostute, Pashupatitanaya namostute. Move obstacles. Vighna vinayaka namostute. Expand awareness. Chamarakarna namostute. Again. Mahaa ganapate namostute. Little animal. Pashupatitanaya namostute. No obstacle. Vighna vinayaka namostute. Expand awareness. Chamarakarna namostute. And the beautiful thing, Matthew, when you're doing those movements, is the expanding awareness does literally look like two elephant ears. And that's the symbolism of the two elephant ears, that nice expansion and awareness. It's not literally the elephant, but the elephant ears represent it. So third verse once more. Mahaa ganapate namostu, little animal. Pashupatitanaya namostute. Remove obstacle. Vighna vinayaka namostute. Expand awareness. Chamarakarna namostu. Go from the beginning, verse 1. Mahaa ganapate namostute. Mother. Matanga mukha namostute. Mountain. Himadri jasuta namostute. Om. Omkareshwara namostu. Second verse, elephant. Mahaa ganapate namostute. Elephant. Gajavadana namostute. Sweet as a mouse. Mushika vahana namostute. And sweet sugar. Modaka hasta namostute. Third verse. Mahaa ganapate namostu. Baby animals. Pashupatitanaya namostute. No obstacle. Vighna vinayaka namostute. Expand awareness. Chamarakarna namostute. Last verse. Mahaa ganapate namo. Back to mother. My mother is Gauri, purity. Gauri nandana namostute. Again. Mahaa ganapate namostute. My mother is Shiva's wife. Gauri nandana namostute. Again. Mahaa ganapate namostute. My mother is Shakti. Gauri nandana namostute. In this Shakti, there is all wisdom. Buddhi pradata namostute. In this Shakti, all knowledge. Vidyadata Namostute. Last verse. Mahaa ganapate Namostute. Mother pure. Gauri Nandana Namostute. All wisdom. Buddhi pradata Namostute. All knowledge. Vidyadata Namostu. Again. Mahaa ganapate Namostute. Shakti. Gauri Nandana Namostute. Wisdom. Buddhi pradata Namostute. Knowledge. Vidyadata Namostute. And the journey is complete. So have a feeling that when you're singing this song, it's a blessing. You're blessing the audience. You're blessing them. So in verse 1, you're blessing the audience with remembrance of mother. Because every time we surrender the Namo'stu, it's like blessing that energy of mother, or the energy of sweetness, or the energy of the child, or the energy of the innocence. So first verse we're blessing Mahaa ganapate Namo'stu, mother. Matanga mukha womb Namo'stu. And then we bless the mountain, the strength of mother. So we've got womb, Matanga mukha namo, mother, and then the mountain strength. Himmadri jasuta namostute, and the Om. Omkareshvara namo. Second verse, elephant. Mahaa ganapate namostute. Gajavadana dhara namostute. Mouse. Mushika vahana namostute. Sweets. Modaka hasta namostute. Third verse. Mahaa ganapate namostute. Tiny animal. Pashupati tanaya namostute. No obstacle. Vighna vinayaka namostute. And then what happens? Tiny animal, no obstacle. What's next? Do you remember? Yes, expand awareness. Chamarakarna namostute. Next, Mahaa ganapate namostute. I'm the son of Shakti. Gauri Nandana namostute. Giving wisdom. Buddhi pradata namostute. Giving knowledge. Vidyadata namostute. So think of the song, it's like going from birth through life. So we start off Mahaa ganapate namostute, mother. Matanga mukha namostute. Mountain. Himmadri jasuta namostute. Om. Omkareshvara namostute. From the mother, the mountain, and the Om, I have the strength to be king of the jungle. Mahaa ganapate namostute. Gajavadana dhara namo. But I tread lightly as a mouse. Mushika vahana namostute. Full of sweetness. Modaka hasta namostute. Tender baby animal. Mahaa ganapate namostute. Pashupati tanaya namostute. No obstacle. Vighna vinayaka namostu. Expand awareness. Chamarakarna namostute. Mahaa ganapate namostute. What's next? Yes, back to mother again. Shakti, I find my home. Gauri Nandana Namo'stu te. And then all wisdom. Buddhi Pradada Namo'stu te. All knowledge. Vidya Data Namo'stu te. So all of Buddhism, Hinduism is in this one song. Compassion, loving kindness, Shakti, divinity, nature, connection, expansion, mother, Om, Shiva. So the song structure is clear. So we'll sing this song a couple of times and then we will go into our Mahaa. Now this is something that we'll see if it works right now. So after singing the song, Mahaa ganapate Namo'stu te, Matanga mukha Namo'stu te. And the next one is Mountain Himadri Jasuta Namo'stu te, Omkareshwara Namo'stu te, Mahaganapate Namo'stu te, Gajavadana Dhara Namo'stu te. And the next one is Mouse Mushika Vahana Namo'stu te, Modaka Hasta Namo'stu te, Mahaganapate Namo, tiny animal, Pashupati Tanaya Namo'stu te, Vighna Vinayaka Namo'stu te, expand, Chamarakarna Namo'stu te. Back to mother, Maha Ganapate Namo'stu te, Gauri Nandana Namo'stu te, wisdom, Buddhi Pradata Namo'stu te, Vidya Data Namo'stu te, So here, we'll give it a go for those of you who arrive early at the Nehru Centre and see, because what we're intending to do is going Maha, and then so that one voice, the first voice goes Maha, second Maha, third Maha. So it's the choir begins to build. So a few voices, it's very easy, I promise. It was all in the first recording. It's nothing new. It just might suddenly feel slightly different, but it's going Maha, 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 Ganapate Namo'stu te, Matanga mukha Namo'stu te. So in the first concert, we did that, but we just didn't build the Maha, Maha, Maha. We went Maha, Ganapate, Namo'stu te. We went like that. But for this, we're going to try and go Maha, 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 Ganapate, Namo'stu te, Maha. Again, Maha, 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 Ganapate Namo'stu te, Maha, 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 Ganapate Namo'stu te. Again, Maha, 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 Ganapate Namo'stu te, Maha, 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 Ganapate Namo'stu te. That's it. So it's actually simpler than what we did in the first concert. For instance, Carolina was present in the first concert, Bella was present in the first concert, Chen was present in the first concert. In the first concert, do you remember, we did this, we went Mahaa ganapate Namo'stu te, Matanga mukha Namo'stu te. We did that. But for this version at the Nehru Center, we keep it simple. We just stay with the lyrics Mahaa ganapate Namo'stu te. Just those lyrics, Mahaa ganapate Namo'stu te. So we're going Mahaa, Mahaa, Mahaa ganapate Namo'stu te. 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 Mahaa, Mahaa, Mahaa. And as you sing the Mahaa, really, really from the belly, Mahaa, Mahaa, Mahaa Namo'stu te. Mahaa, Mahaa, Mahaa ganapate Namo'stu. And we get faster. Mahaa, Mahaa, Mahaa ganapate Namo'stu te. 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 OM Gam Gam and the end. So just to clarify, Nehru Center will be Vedic chant, only those who know it completely. Then, if you need your crib sheets, feel free to bring them, of course. But if you have something black to keep them in, that would be useful. I'll try and bring some of the black fold, like the black sheets we had to keep them in. But in theory, you should be okay. But if you need them, feel free to bring something black, and I'll bring some spares too. If you don't have one, don't worry, we'll bring some with us. So it will be the Vedic chant. Then after the Vedic chant, it's the OM Gam Gam OM, building to the OM Gam 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 Ganapataye namah. OM Gam 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 Ganapataye namah. Going into the song, 4 verses, Mahaa ganapate Namo'stu te. First verse, Mother, Mountain Om. Second verse, Elephant, no obstacles. Wait. Oh no, Elephant. Second verse, Elephant, Mouse, Sweet. Third verse, Little tiny baby animal, no obstacle, expand awareness. Fourth verse, Shakti Ma, all wisdom, all knowledge. And in celebration of that, we go Mahaa, Mahaa, Mahaa ganapate Namo'stu te. 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 and imagine yourself walking forever through the life. You know, if this was a stage show and we were pilgrims, we would have the pilgrims would fade into the distance singing that Mahaa, 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 ganapate, Namo'stu. And the audience would go away singing Mahaa, 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 ganapate, Namo'stu, Mahaa, 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 etc. And then at the very end we come to OM Gam Gam OM. And then we'll fall still for just a moment. So that will take about 11 minutes, that whole thing. So from the beginning, the Vedic chant, the Om Gams, the Om Gam 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 Ganapataye, the song, we'll do the song once if time is short, but if the time feels like there's enough, I can guide us into a second running of the song. That's time dependent, but once or twice we sing the 4 verses, then we go into the celebration, and then Om Gam Gam Om. And then that will give the event the perfect blessing. And then the other performers will come on and the audience will be wishing the cosmic choir could stay on. They'll be very happy. They'll be very happy. So then we can enjoy the rest of the performers and then just each other's company, and hopefully you'll enjoy the people on the Sanskrit panel. Will briefly mention the impact of Sanskrit on their lives, and then we'll have some drinks and nibbles. So that's how it will go. So looking forward to seeing those of you who can make it on Wednesday, arriving no later than 6. And if you are coming at 5, then we can show you where the stage is. You can get settled, but there's no need to come at 5. It'll be absolutely fine. But if you're there, then you can just sit down and we'll show you where the stage is, and we'll show you where you will be standing. And the cosmic choir, we're just deciding whether the cosmic choir should be, like we said at the beginning, half of them should be on stage from the very beginning, those of us sitting on chairs, just so that it keeps it neat. You see, so from the start of the event at 6:30, the people in the cosmic choir who choose to sit down will already be on stage on the chairs, and only those standing then have to come in from the backstage. So then it's just more fluid. So just decide between now and Wednesday whether you want to be sitting or standing. That's all. So we'll see you then. And Elena, wish you could join us. And then the next Cosmic Choir term, we start in September. And there's some really beautiful songs for that one. They're just going to be so, so nice. One connected to Buddha. It's just going to be a beautiful set leading into Christmas time. So see you on Wednesday. Any questions? Yes, Margaret.
Gabriella, on the first part, on the Om Gam Gam Om, are you doing that like a choir, or is everybody singing that the way that you did it? Because I remember when in choir 1, or in the first gathering of the choir, there were different parts and different renditions.
Yes, so you mean
and
in
the
harmony.
men were doing, there were harmonies, sorry. And the men were pretty much keeping the earth going.
Yes, exactly. So with the Om Gams, we'll all be doing it there, and some of the ladies, you know, your harmonies that you were doing, you would do it the same. But then when we go into the Om Gam Gums, exactly right, the men keep the earth, they don't go into the Om Gam Gums. The men stay Om Gam Gam, whilst the ladies go Om Gam 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 Ganapataye. Is that answering, Margaret?
Yeah, as long as I can do the male part.
Oh yeah, you could definitely, you can stay with the male part, yeah.
Okay, good.
Any
Does that
other
mean I can do the female part? Can me and Margaret like swap over? I can do the female and she can do the male. No.
Yes, if you dress accordingly, Vishal, yes.
No.
Okay, I'll stand with the men then.
Yes, yeah, you can be grouped with the men. So you'll you'll stand.
I'm definitely standing because I need a crib sheet anyway.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if I will. I might bring it. It's like a question of having the script and then you can throw it away.
Yes, but Margaret, you know, if you want the crib sheet, sitting is easier because then you can have it on your lap.
Yeah, but then I'm really looking like I'm very good at,
Oh, I see what you
not
mean.
looking like
Yeah.
I'm looking.
Yeah.
At least I'm a legend in my own mind around that. You can tell me, no, Margaret, you look exactly like you're looking at someone's back.
We can look at the recording afterwards and see.
Oh gosh, no, because then it'd be too late.
Yeah. So yes, Carolina.
Is it possible for you to just write down exactly what we're doing in order? I know you've told us very carefully, but I really want it in my head before.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is put it in the Zoom chat box now to copy paste.
Thanks.
So I'm just going to put it in numbers. Number 1, Vedic chant, but emphasis in brackets. Only, this is very important, only those who know it by heart. Then number 2, we've got Om Gam Gam Om. Number 3, we start the ladies, Om Gam 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 Ganapataye Namaha. I'm just going to put in brackets, ladies only, whilst men sound underneath, like Margaret said, the Om Gam. Okay, then where were we? So we got to number 1, 2, 3, 4. We do the 4 verses of the song, 4 verses from mother through first verse mother, second verse, do you remember elephant, third verse, I just give the key words of each verse. We've got mother, elephant, baby, animal, and Shakti Ma. Then after going through the 4 verses of the song, we might do it times 1 or 2. That's dependent on the day, times 1 or 2. The last number 5, we do the celebration, which is Mahaa, 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 Ganapataye, Namo'stu. And then finally, number 6 is back to Om Gam Gam Om, everyone. So I've popped that in the Zoom chat.
It's 2 gums, not 3 at the end.
Yes, exactly, 2. Because also the men always staying with 2 gums. Only 3 gums come when the ladies go Om Gam 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 Ganapataye. All the rest is always 2. Om Gam Gam Om. So
do you want to just share what you're going to do to signal? You said something about the chords.
yes, so when with the guitar in the beginning, when we're moving from the Om Gam 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 Ganapataye Namo Namah. Om Gam 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 Ganapataye Namo Namah. When there's no more strumming and it's just Om Gam 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 Ganapataye Namo Namah. Om Gam 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 Ganapataye Namo Namah. Then you'll know the song's about to start. Mahaa Ganapate Namo. So that will be your clue. So then listen out. It will be in the feel, but listen out for when the guitar stops strumming, and then it will know that we're coming to a quiet point. And we'll have a quiet moment, and then we'll hear this like Mahaa Ganapate Namo'stu. And also there will be someone playing bass with us, which will help a lot, and it will help keep it all together. So especially when we get to the Mahaa, 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 the celebration. That's when, Margaret, you could go into the audience to get the celebration, kick it off. And we could have some champagne corks popping. Mahaa, Mahaa, Mahaa. We could even sing Moe, Moe, Moe. I'm sure they're none. And get some sponsorships while we're at it. But so is that clear, Carolina, for the order?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, wonderful. So we'll say goodbye. Let's sound our pause to finish, and then see those of you who can on Wednesday. Shri Ganesha Namaha. Om Paramatmane Namaha. Iti. Mwah. School bell is out. Okay, bye.